Ebusiafo na tie for high daily update TV so what I share and answer no first time I share so any di no book and so na or subscribe singing news bia no she bia benya notification our phone so na be share afin so man fit be share more down for so any very TV me go to the message every video be so about bonting I pop it out after the release of a year now Koryo arrest no after the release you release say video be about bonting art say how Koomson asa attack now Koryo with a gun. Na kwakoya dey more remie pa after see releasing no like wodwene ho want ya say after we mu nyina enim say enche bia no power from kwako granted an interview between no and Hawa Koomson or promises sway to heaven and earth e can say the see 2020 e ma no twinto no obe make sure say awotu senya peace beba ho nanso so wasa kwatwitu obi it is a police for pata na wo mo patanzo still now so betutu just work attack na Koryo after the release no eno nti na Kwame Likee information we no can say che bia so na mahama so call fishermen and fisherwomen for what just fishmongers for near the just promise so say oba obeti some bank bia mo say na be omitimi abobosia near the day e dey juju mo kakra nsem bre na Kwame bonta because the kamni ko hwe video no any nsɛm no bi ɔde to dwa eba yɛ de nkɔmɔ twetwe na ato
sena ye petemu hona na sɛ wɔpɛ sɛ wɔkɔ na akɔyɔ so aso wɔpɛ so wɔtedere wɔpɛ so wɔkɔ no so ɛto sɛ no so ɛnie hwadeɛ wei hwadeɛ bɛsi hwadeɛ wɔ ne nsa hwadeɛ kura no wode hwadeɛ wei Mavis our Koomson ye and shall pause for no better than what ya. Pause in here, was a wash, a massum giba. Pause in here was a wash, said a bad yet, tinny bessiano. One no moment away.
Oh, Cachezo, madame, a year, madame, what they call, oh, yes, here, Omumo Patano. Oh, madame, oh, honorable, yes, sir, wedding Kakoa, honorable, swung.
So now Koryo felt say, based on the AC 2020, na ninkwa him based on said the near see born in 2020 no na ninkwa ye dey him who be here say e was so born ho ban fisa pose for na was am born ho ban no you renege on your duty in 2020 so
ne what am in 2020 no mu anye enu ti na no nso aye say ene obebon ho ban ene otu sa na mo yi
netuo
eye tuo na kura no ena tu mi susu e wo so fa kwanya nyina so ena no so wakọ lansese
fantastic
Ghana police service na mo jetu mu
ye bra ni jo ye tie Hawa Koomson na won confirm akire ye nuanom nsentwefo bia wei
eti etu na kasa e no na bo efi he
aya mi ana me ma woni show
wan kasa wo MP no na wo kura tuo be ne kita o
mpato mi ntumi nkyere
wonim tuo no
ana so bi sa say ba ne sani e ma woni show
o dabi meba no so am pese me hu etuo kro na kita o no adaroma
me nkyere we tuo kro
honorable na say wo as an honorable member of parliament you think say wo kura tuo wonim tuo kro na wo to ana
ada it means to be protect me hu
o bet me protect but also hu tuo no because ho asem ba wo be ya no by all means ana
o se dey
me say etuo no o ekitao ebi ya license ya license ya
me protect wa me license
aha ite e dey etuo wa license dey onim tuo kro ntina me bi say etuo ben ya
ana me ka to say me mbo mi tuo ni din jobe be ta to say ma license ni tuo
na je say wo ko eye center ho no aboa wo ho dada sa na mpese mi hu
na aboa me hu okwan na so me a member of parliament ofa eti me na say me kuta ma na dia me dey because we ni obi obekia ana me yo banti
oh Debbie enye so your benti na wo meba minim say wo ye minister of state so wo eye police escort o police ni obo ho ba na onka ho
na the police ni nka me ho
all right eba ni say na ututu no ona bo eba ni say na ututu no
so ya ma say na police ni o sie na onye mai
all right
enti me ko da bi na the police ni nka ho a ni kuta me de bo me ho ban
okay ona bo nti ma ye hunu eba ni say na ututu no Genesis here.
Eba chao. Ana na mi cho mu se ya ni se ya ba ye no.
in 2024 and you see it na Koryo edino
Okay.
na Koryo Gideon Ayikwemi da say
Okay.
I salute you sir na Koryo sadia we santre abo ehunehuna patapa see year 2020 eti na Koryo
O se onu so
yeah na dwen so no so bebo no
obebo ne ho ban.
and in 2024
Yeah.
and you so be say me say na me ne Emmanuel Usu ye koto Hawa Koomson
Okay.
e wo bia ya no mo ye registration exercise sa da no na watoto fidi aman kwada ne ho krodoba
Ayo.
ye de afidie tua na no ka say ye ni ni kobo ema wotu na no tuo say in 2024 won ko ne say 2020
Okay.
enam ne so
Inti
emma basa yo bi ama
Okay.
tie wo strike say yes say enam ne so emma basa yo bi anya dai emma wo say afi we dia me nko no ntokwam wo ka say yen
aya honorable Mavis Hawa
Koomson. Is that video ready? If it is ready, let's play it. Tie
share process and the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the Thursday, ever needed to happen around last week Friday. Remember I said after the number of days, in 4 days, better than me. I'm out to process in the Kosuka. You know, NDC for the person who didn't come. Promise Ghanaians and the people of our to say, a few way, no man to pay his workers. As I said, it takes two to tango. It is all the banana and few of my banana and until I'm dedicating the time, meditate has and then put it in the do have the first, I think, 7:30. Now, my bed up to this time. And the other coming in to make sure that PPR or to register. And that is my focus. After the registration, we'll go there and campaign. We don't campaign when we are registering, and we don't campaign in queue. And so when we finish with the campaign, then I'll go to them and sell my message for them to buy and vote for me. And I know so far, dear, to me the process has been very good.
okay tie we need to chat and normal best na unia no NDC for no ya na me pesa wo ko wachi asem no kan ro say
yo o say afi wei enam ni sunti
yes
ne see 2020 elections no
2020 about one
na 2024 he o say bi erinsi biom
enam no so masa de ni
erinsi biom
wow
na then no only no a grant interview no or can say NDC fu mom onu na accuse NDC fu say wo mom no mo pese wo mo di ntokwa ye dey eba but onu de afi wei enam ni sunti ni ayehu in 2020 no ebi erinsi biom
so a very instructive way way anka ayi court the anka way exhibit 54
good
exhibit 54 ni me
no
what did you make an say
no
way a very instructive Ghana for amoya temuafo mona moya temuafo in the court of public opinion
yeah
mona moya temuafo ye the evidence yet to wenim where was so judge where was so the evidence a year exhibit 54 you know
I promise Ghanaians and the people of our to say, a few way, no man to pay his workers. As I said, it takes two to tango. It is almost the banana and few.
yeah, some make us a few way, me ma and tokwa, Akroma my own casa. Let's just say, I will block you.
yes
It was say, a few way, me madie
and tokwa bia AC
me what personalizing no
yeah
when you should possessive pronoun
yeah
when you should a possessive speech so me what personalizing no so in 2020 and now suppose if went to me into an amount ama mra na anya adwuma no and only 2024 ya the course we you
yeah
and only the course we eti mo am pa asundwie edo asundwie adabia mo sori am say yenko peace match peace match pass peace football ne no honkro ba no dia wo some yes abere ni say muni apos for nkasa
yeah
say bibi say yenye no in an election year
debi
say election year obia owo dom edi na ti no akwoche no on such flimsy basis
unti hu kra unti ase
enyina so ne hata
na so bi eni ho mpo ebi kwa mpo ni ho
eti IGP mu ye wa wie ye no na wie ye ne sai mo ye wa wie ye no de na manya afiri ho
ni kwa no any day
mo ye we a mabunu no de ani bre bawura ayi post station ho no mo ye no ma no mo ye no e na ekosi sai we ka nyame ampata ana ka tuamu a ka wonyini said ye nyina yesuro no eno de besi
ayo
and thank God say NDC mabunu no show mo ho so ejina mra no so eye dede wo mra no kwan so ka say apostle for no nya de tene
good
apostle no nya de tene
because
mo kwano sa phrase no
because ebiesi pen na mo anya ho hwe eti this time around no wo mo so mo ntena se enya hwe hanse de bia da mo be ye wonsa etu banya member of parliament or say state minister of state no be ka say me afiwe me man to kwa erinsi bioma. So in other words, no, I admit say previous ones next year no, and I'm listening by
my brother and Nyansa phone it good. The moment by your fanya Nyansa ba kwa edebe tu mutima asani yanko we back to back. Yamo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama e bra wo call fishing harbor. Na woni ye nuanu afarifo ehia ye di nkomo ye ma amenu madwadifo mo ton nam no ehia ye di nkomo back to back ye ntie ni ehwe de ekoso ye ko
going to exempt artisanal fishermen from the close season. Omo yusu kenu eye ejuma. Emra yeka se yato eponumu mo nka ho ye be ma kenu fo no etimi aye omo ejuma. Every say enya mo na mo say pono ye trawlers akese no ena omochi enam ni nyina enketua nkese ni nyina na omochi ye beti National Women's Bank ebeye banka ema busia kakra edema yemma se na ebeye ejuma omo ye bia ebetu mpon na sa National Women's Bank no busia ebema no mo amuye ejuma moye ejuma ewo mpoano mo nyina mo ka ho mbenya sika kakra na mo dane no. We have to provide vessels for the Navy to be able to patrol our waters and make sure that these fishing trawlers don't come within the exclusive zone. And so we would provide the Navy with ships so that they can patrol and make sure that the exclusive zone where the trawlers are not supposed to come, they don't come there.
It's not President John Dramani Mahama. Then this one, woma consume koche nam
you
de breye ma minimum ton nam emi enso nya nam no bi yedai ewie ne ni so ade hunu ne da ye so ense papa
abusanfo na tifo yi na hu sa video na je se Hawa Koomson on 34 asanko ose etu bi kura no je se police for patano je se video nem no hwema na eye ye beka na akoyon so police na akoyon so eboa ne ho for a year this election I be come no enti na akomko hu to ewo na yim but uhwe video ni ma na eye Hawa Koomson ekọ eye na akoyo so face to face ngenye police for ne be pataya enka DC esi wo awutu senya na wakoya de ara wosem yi pa owie no en chese to aso na biansama Mahama so ababonten ability e de ache Ghana for so emore mi pa nse enu adasane na oba live opese Ghana for nyina busa na nsem so na Ghana for interact kaka na bra oba bonten na ability some information dia na serious about collapsing banks wo eye Ghana ha mbia manuko no ayo madwin say banks titiro eye pa kwesindum no obi make sure say obi gusa banks ni nyina eno na pa kwesi so indum so ababonte etini so wa pa enya asenkoto a me ho nsem nyina ba kwete nsem aye pa kwesi indum ede tu bia o kan kire eye Ghana fo nyina say bank no wagu ne dia nim say amanfo sika eneku ono ne bank o enti be ya tutu sika mon because sika wa fa no no odwene ho a wonte ase eno na eye pa kwesi indum ababonte ambeleki some information bia eno so ano hye pa nsem na o kan o say one eye akufo interactive na ese no Brown no mean that after say bank no collapse no. Can for it am collapse no. No more rejecting us about Jubilee House. No beyond person Rama a Parkwesi Dum Campo Jubilee House Campo. We need information about Parkwesi Dum about Montability information.
See ni danya wo see ye said your banks ne tibia city wo dey say wonya Muhammad ye na bo Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndum de no ye nya President Muhammad ye na ne dia woso na fe ye di toto sasa no ato na adaje ni poso kra mama Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndum e video no na ye hwe said ye Nigerian bank no ne tibia city
of finance at that time Mr. Kenneth Kununku Oforiata to ask cabinet to agree for GN Bank to be collapsed, for its license to be taken. I have read this memorandum. This memorandum doesn't consider that it was the biggest bank with the widest distribution network in Ghana. It didn't consider that we were providing monies that was banking services that was increasing financial inclusion in Ghana. It didn't recognize that we were supporting financial development, economic development in Ghana. Didn't recognize all of those things. It just said, these people, they are causing us problems. And therefore, it might affect our political chances, so let's shut it down. What led to the liquidity crisis? He refused to pay us. He paid others. He refused to pay our contractors. And they thought that maybe if they paid the money would come to me. And I've been telling people everywhere, that money, it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to customers. I've even said before, in writing to Jubilee House, that if you don't want to pay me, let's sit down and agree who is owed and pay them directly. Pay them directly. What is left, you give to us. Why won't they mind us? Why would they even don't want to talk to me?
You know, man, fee. Because I dream point to say Dr. Ndum Kaino. I dream point to say Yambubu na pre. Na waya for bebendo do. Eba manyo sebu waya nye tubi do. Yambubu na pre. Yamani nyamabo. Enampa. Ena Dr. Ndum ayamabo. Wase mu abai mu na mu de mekao na sika no kra enya misika eye contractors a abai na mo madwuma o musika ena wase butua de mo sika nso a wusu ntua wase okay wo de so adwen yo say sika no ebeba bedi mi botoma frame ne enko Jubilee House na me bia bi enkrata mu na obi a wode ka bia mefa ne din ne account number enchiraw na tio mu ka directly eno so afan
eno so se onye
Entina John Mahama say, sa kwan no mo fa so no amoa na ye wonyansa kwan bi so a anke betimi afa na wo ba no sa hyehyɛ no nam kwa so ayedai e ba hwade we mame.
Who says, did I hear the former president talk about restoring licenses of collapsed banks? Yes, you did, Kofi. I said that we're going to go through the processes that led to the collapse of the banks. And for the cases in which those closures were unjustified, we would restore the licenses. We are looking at a tiered banking system. One of the reasons for the closure of these banks was that they could not raise the capital reserve ratio that the Bank of Ghana had asked for, which was 400 million Ghana cedis. Now the point I make is that we should have a tiered banking system where you have the big banks who should have a reserve ratio of 400 million. You can have mid-sized banks that should have a reserve ratio of say 200 million, and you can have micro banks that with a reserve of 80 million to 100 million can have a license to operate, because all these banks cater to different segments of our business environment. And so the Unilevers and others who are big companies can deal with the Class A banks. But the small and medium enterprises need smaller banks that are able to give them service. And because of the risk involved in small and medium enterprises, of course, they would have more risk. And that's why they are the kinds of banks that somebody would close down. And so, yes, we're going to look into the processes that led to the closure of those banks. I know that some of those cases are in court. We are hoping that the cases will be adjudicated, and when they are adjudicated, if we have taken an unbiased look at the circumstances in which they were closed, for those that were unjustified, our government will be willing to restore their licenses so that
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and you may what they Nanisha Hunu Tuga except a beer or person do my gun echo to the sense and Pendream swap and a ball and sema a farm mebuno agriculture sector or see a business so
Yeah.
said a bayer. One more, my margin said, Mubaby and feeding you, mano. What about bang be a ya? Ye did and fundiano. So, yes, it's yet 10,000. Nadi about feeding you, man. No, what's my day? I produce you fast. That's a beer. You may use after African free trade agreement in this one, free trade area in this one. Now you're timid the Norman African countries. Nasikana ba now Buamo, my gun and Sikasam night, Ejina and Naso. And then maybe your back as a biana, and you know what in the Casamua. Mabunu and Kanko, Mabunu Najuma, a before one Mabunim, a choir, you better faso, and it does one in here, and it does one way, and it does one way, 24-hour economy, the morning in economy in the Bay Juma, Juma Babuso, Mabunu Bay Juma,
I wish I've wanted for winning information about to jar. Concern about our Koomson video now about one thing, just say, or attack it now, Koryo beam with a gun. Just say, what do you want to say? Like. Ghana, the Akroma papa. In him say, or more granted some interview between Hawa Koomson and Rebecca and Power FM. Now, or more getting some interview be live, and I just say, on any dim come up on so publicly now. Or we say Hawa Koomson say, Yema Kosi, or General Sen or Hawa Koomson now swear heaven and earth said, Yema is see Yema or 2 or a year 2020 election. We make sure that 2024 no on your Saturday. Near mind is for the bound almost what about create some tension, you know, a money war for no we make sure so big, no sign money in 90 dang. And as I say, no, I must I would do say now, no, our way, how I share just say, my Maraku, a 2 cramp or NDC candidate on 1 2 you, and when they came, muke on 2 year. I just my who be about one time was one I cram up me a chair now, Koryo. Na adi original one want to say. I know and I now Koryo so at least on so by one because you may see our 2020 election on any on one a colleague candidate about sort of choose what the bonus at the original one want to say. On video in I share. Na nyasem but we know and a Mahama so bad want to promise say. Omo agent so no nam say obe make sure so better bank amom say na be ya omo hia bosia bi a ometima call na ometimi akwakwaje bosia na ometim dia ye omo niam we no na Mahama so leaking some serious information about collapsing the bank to Bakwesi Induma just enya so na Bakwesi Induma so babontim betin so leaking some information bi wo jubilee as won sem nyina ete ya just enya asem ko to for betin bo adwenche no akọ comment to betimi so share more down for so enye bi ahwe